Yep, I have got my clock with me, which is good. And today I've got a Coke and a chocolate milk. I might start off with a Coke because the chocolate milk's in a bottle, so I can always, I don't have to woof it down sort of thing, and I can still, keep it with the lid on. And it can also, if I need to get any water from a stream or anything, if there is any, or anything going like that. So yeah, get some nice Vista shots for you. Start the season off. As I said, I don't expect to see much today apart from the native veg, and it's sort of end of the dry sort of look. But as I said, we're in almost a semi subalpine, epacridaceous zone, or I like to call it ericaceous zone. But of course, as I said, we have very, very few or far between ericas in Australia. We're mainly the Epacridaceae family is the dominant family that's taken up that niche or spot in the ecosystem. Now, if I'm right, I've got to walk in here and it meets a path which then takes us to that pylon, and there are two parallel pylon running tracks, and I've got to take the second one. Okay. It looks like there's been a little bit of movement at the station in recent times upon this track. Now we might actually be coming up to that burnt out area up there. The new one that I filmed, exactly 1 week ago I think it is. Which was almost 2 weeks, actually 1 day less than 2 weeks from when we had that election downpour episode. Ooh, have we come too far? Or? Well, maybe things have changed since, I think I was looking at Google Maps from 2010. We're now in 2014. It was December, I think, or January. Because I remember from the footage I took in 2010 from the other area, I climbed up and I came to this road, and it turned out to be just one of these tracks out of the substation. So, Oh no, this is still the road. So that means we're going to cut in here then, I suppose. I think. That we haven't found the path properly. Strange. I suppose just aim for the pylon, you've got to come across the path somehow, don't you? And just listen out for snakes. I think this is the end bit where I came in. There was a little bit of a stream down there, and there was a little area where, you think that Utricular dichotomum would grow because it had those lovely little apron pan things, but of course back then, that is in like 2008 I think it was, I made that trip. I didn't know when dichotomum actually flowered in the wild here. I didn't know when the Dross of Bernata or anything like that, so anyway, I'll see if we can go in and try and find this path. As I said, I've got to find this track to get going, because everything depends on finding this second pylon track, because I get all my bearings from there. So I hope you're listening out for snakes. And I need to do something with these car keys, I reckon. tempted to go back to the car and get my long trousers on, but I'll just be too hot. Yeah. Well, look at that, see? Yeah, Pacris impressor in flower now. As I said, you get up to these sort of zones and get up to Mount Lofty, and they start flowering in February and they go all the way through. If you really want to see some impressive ones, go up to the top of Mount Lofty, up to that cafe around there, and walk round on that track that's a little circular loop track that goes round the base of the restaurant there. You'll see some lovely Pacris up there now. But look how sandy it is, you know. Yeah. Well, there's the pylon. If I walk to it, I've got to get to it somehow, don't I? You never know. It'd be nice if I did come across a patch of Utricularia dichotoma in flower still. Though we do know it flowers in early December, and so it's almost like 4 months ago. You know, December, January, February, March, we're almost into April. We're at the end of March now. I think we're the 28th today, I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll soon be into April. And that can be a weird month, as I said, you know, with the, it can be like overcast, threatening to rain, humidity almost 100%. And yes, I think this is somewhat of the area. I think I was a bit further down, or down and around, so yeah, this could actually be quite good to come back later on in the season once the rains have come. So I might just take a wander down and across, get some visuals. I think we're heading basically back to the car. What? Maybe I should have gone down that track and then up there to the pylon. Maybe that's what we're going to do. We're going to backtrack and have a look for any streams or dichotoma as we go, I suppose. But anyway, on to my second card. So I've got about at least another 2 cards, maybe 3 if I push it. As I said, I like to keep the cards running these days. It takes up an awful amount of memory, and next week I think I'm going to buy, my son's put me onto some SMY or something like that, where they have cheap products, even cheaper than JB Hi-Fi, so I might buy myself. See, look at the moss there, you know that's green in the season, but look how dry it is there. So it's time, I think, to put my keys in my pocket and crack my can, I think. As I bought a Coke for the first time, you know, a true Coke, a full fat Coke, for the first time in yonks. Well, that boss is even better. Look at that. That'll be for the Moss website. Oh, some over here as well. Look at that. Now that'll go verdantly green when it comes back. You just would not believe that was still alive, would you? Well, maybe this is the way to go across all this lovely, awesome rockage and stuff. It's easy, certainly is easier going now. Or was it the famous last words that he falls off the edge of the cliff? So we basically have to, I can still see the roadway down there. So we've got to, we'll eventually be going down there to the promised land, which is what I call it. Because as I said, it's a spectacular area. It's apparently it's very, from the sound of the clinker at the top there, it's very zinc rich. You know, I think they say down at Strathalbyn where they've started up the mine there, it's when you hear that clinking sound, it basically indicates that it's 80% pure zinc. When it has that metallic chinky chink ringing sound. So hopefully they'll just mine Strathalbyn and leave this place alone, but you never know. And there's some awesome rockage here for everybody will suspect. Yeah. Well, there you go. Actually, it almost looks like it's been cut, doesn't it? Okay, how close can we go? Well, that should make a good screenshot. And it's probably about time I started a new clip. Maybe, here's the pylon. Maybe that's where I'll start the new clip from the pylon. Hopefully, we've got this path around it, we can follow the path down. What is it about CP's, golf courses and power lines? I've said this before, but is it some sort of anthropomorphic thing we just don't understand? The CP's always grow on the best golf course sites, and they need power there to run their Smegging awesome TVs these days. I don't know. No, it can't be true, because that was the case back in the 70s at Ganton Swamp. Well, there you go. That's my first goal achieved. Might be worth taking a screenshot out of one of these legs. Looks like a lunar module leg. Yeah, well, there you go. Bit of awesome architecture for you. Now, if this is the right one, the path should continue on. So either it's become overgrown or I'm on the wrong path. So yeah, what to do? Well, I think I'm going to crack a can and think about it first, fellas, and start a new clip once I've worked out what to do. Unless I'm just totally disorientated. I doubt it, because I've got the road and everything out there to... Well, it has to go down, according to... oh, look at that nice piece of rusting iron plate. Okay, over and out there for now, I think.